Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Well, the summer sale is in full swing. I picked up the F5E Tiger II the other night. I think it was Friday when it first started. And I picked up the Normandy Map this morning to fool around with it and see what kind of fun can be had. So this is just my quick first impressions and overview of the Normandy Map. So if you go into instant action, what do you get if you get the Normandy Map? Let's start with the A10. With the regular map, you get this. With the Nevada map, you get that. With the Persian Gulf map, you get that. With the Normandy Map, you get about 6 missions, 7 missions as well, which is rather generous. If you have the Harrier, you get nothing. With all the other maps, except for Persian Gulf, I guess, Normandy and Persian Gulf don't give you anything with the Harrier. If you have the F5E, you get pretty much the same 6 missions that you get with everything else. I think they just named air-to-air dogfight for this one. F14, 3 missions. Nevada, a bunch. Persian Gulf, a bunch. The regular map, a bunch. F18, 1. Flaming Cliffs. Doesn't surprise me that they're very generous with Flaming Cliffs because there are 5 or 6 different aircraft that you get. Technically 5, just a couple variants making 6 and 7. KA-50, you get 4 missions, which surprised me. I didn't expect to get anything with that, but hey, that's awesome. And that pretty much covers the modules I have installed, and to show you in comparison to the other maps. Under mission, if you go to the F18, you get 1 mission for Normandy. If you have the F14, you get 1 mission for Normandy. If you have the F5, you get 0 missions for Normandy. If you have the Harrier, you get 0 missions. If you have the A10C, you get 0 missions. I already said you get 1 with the F18. The Flaming Cliffs, a shit ton of missions. Again, which doesn't surprise me based on the number of planes you get with that. KA-50, 0. And of course the freebie, nothing. And I don't know if training missions would take place anywhere else. I don't think they ever do. At least I don't remember them. Yeah, they're all the same. They all take place in the default map. And let's take a look at the Normandy map up close. We shall go to KA-50. Let's try free flight. I suck so bad at flying this thing, so this should be interesting to say the least. But the Normandy map is only $22.50 while it's on sale right now. I didn't get the World War II assets pack because I don't have any of the warbirds, and I don't really intend on getting any of them. I did almost buy the Spitfire because it looked interesting, but I figure, you know, for that amount of money I can get IL-2, one of the newer versions of IL-2 that are out there, and give that a shot, because that looks like it would be more fun to me than trying this in DCS World. Why am I going down? There we go. So my throttle, as usual, was kind of pushed forward. And as you know, in a helicopter, the collective kind of works in the opposite direction. As one might expect, Normandy has a lot of trees, a lot of green, a lot of neat little towns and villages, very small in scale. Hey look, there's a little tractor over there in somebody's yard. That's kind of cool, right? Try to pick up a little bit of speed in this thing at least. Every time I do, I usually regret it. I end up ripping a wing off or something. Uh-oh. Speaking of which, trees, trees, trees. Oh, I just missed that. Don't ask me how I managed to do that and not wreck. I am totally a dolt at flying this thing. Definitely something I need to really learn yet. Every now and again I get lucky and fly it rather well. More often than not, I'm snapping off rotor blades and ending up on the ground. Oh, come on, really? And here we go again. Here comes a rotor blade or some trees. Pow! Yep, every time I try to fly that stupid helicopter. So anyway, I guess that gives you a little bit of a close-up look at the stuff that's in the Normandy map. Nice little port town, too. And it's very green. And it's very patchwork-like. I knew I should have chose a different aircraft to do the instant action in. Let's take one of the Flaming Cliffs guys. F-16 or F-15C free flight. This should be more like it. So I was looking for something different because I have Persian Gulf, I have Nevada, I have the default map, and I've been looking at the Normandy one for a while, and I figured for $22.50, can't be too bad. Oh, a little bit of dust going on here. Bit of something different. I haven't flown the F-15 in a while. This dark stuff doesn't really give you a good idea of what the Normandy map looks like. But in some areas it's rather populated nice. And for the most part, when you're at altitude, it looks like that average World War II Europe patchwork, like a big giant quilt of brown and greens with a whole bunch of trees scattered about. I don't think it's amazing, but I don't think it's terrible either. Yeah, this isn't the best scenario to show you what it looks like. Let's take the F5 in the free flight. Getting used to this guy. Really suck at using sidewinders in this, though. It's very different. I haven't figured out the radar properly yet, although I can chuck rockets and bombs very well. Getting pretty good at that. Hey, look at this. They expect me to be a team player and play formation flyer. I'm not so good at that. I think I'm a good pilot. I just don't think I'm Mr. Formation Flyer. Although, I'll be honest, I've never really tried it much.
Chevy 1, passing waypoint 2 at 10,000.
I'll just follow these guys for a minute. And we'll see how it goes. And as I explained to you, if you look down, it does look like a giant quilt of browns and greens and tans. Woodland camo, kinda. Don't think I'm going to be a Blue Angel anytime soon. I'm surprised I haven't ran into this guy next to me yet, to be honest. Zoom. Yeah, these guys are just kind of doing some aerial ballet here. It's a nice peaceful mission. As you can see, like I said, it's a nice little patchwork. It's your run-of-the-mill European scenery.
Chevy 1, passing waypoint 4 at 5,000.
I do like this plane. It's growing on me. As you can see, lots of green, lots of trees. I guess it beats lots of sand. I do think Nevada has the prettiest mountain ranges, and the Persian Gulf with the Dubai region looks absolutely stunning, though. So again, this is pretty much the Normandy map, and what you get with it if you have modern day era jet and missile era airplanes from DCS to fly. Fun stuff. I'm going to make some missions to fly above this and have some fun with. And I think it'll be nice to have a change of scenery to conduct some air-to-air and air-to-ground missions over top of. And I'm always looking for another small town or village to terrorize with some rockets or bombs as I learn to maneuver and deploy the various weapons of the F5E. There's a nice little village down there, or town. So again, not outstanding, but definitely not terrible by any means either. It is a nice looking map of Normandy at kind of what I expected. I've not really seen anything in DCS World map-wise that looked terrible. And kind of glad to have something different, and I'm glad they had the sale because that's usually the best time to buy this stuff, and you don't feel bad spending under $100 on a few things instead of, you know, $80 to $100 for one thing. Oh, what's this up here? Looks like either a small lake, or is it maybe a river that's running into here? No, it's a lake. And a little lake town. He said at 2,000. I like the accents sometimes. Yeah, we're seeing a little more civilization here. And if you zoom out, it's kind of what you got, you know? It's not the hugest map, but it's not tiny either. Uh-oh, there I go again with the blackout by pushing my nose down. Somebody said that's a weird bug, and I totally believe it. I don't think I should be blacking out when I tip the nose down. I should be blacking out when I'm pulling back on the stick. I should be redding out when I tip the nose down. But this is a rather old module, and you know, even the module itself, I went over this yesterday. You really don't get much with the F5. It's just a cool plane. It looks like it could use a facelift too. So anyway, I just wanted to show you the Normandy map and what it looks like with the modern planes that DCS World has to offer. And you don't have to have World War II stuff to enjoy this map, which is rather nice. If you do get the World War II stuff and you want the World War II stuff, you have to buy the Assets Pack, the World War II Assets Pack, to give you the other World War II planes, the other World War II objects, and whatnot. So that's about it. I just wanted to show you that. Please subscribe to the channel, and if you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to leave them at the bottom. And thanks for watching. Until next time.